Hi everybody. So this week we're gonna go over inscribed angles, and a lot of you were asking for videos that were made by me. So that's what I'm gonna do for you today. So we're gonna start with inscribed angles. And you know what? We're gonna kind of go over the notes that we would in class first. So an inscribed angle is an angle with its vertex on the circle with the two sides that are chords. Now notice that this is different from central angles because they're on the circle. Sorry, I'm just going to put it on my pointer. So this is on the circle, okay? If I can draw from the vertex, and it lands on the circle. So this is the arc. So an intercepted arc is an arc that lines between the endpoints of the inscribed angle. Okay, so here's your arc. Now, it has a different relationship. If you did the Ed puzzle last week, you have a different relationship. So the measure of the inscribed angle is actually equal to half the measure of the arc. This is very, very important, okay? This is going to be the most important thing today. It's half. The angle is half the arc. And then here's the formula over here. So if we move on, right, we're going to talk about if it intercepts a diameter, okay? If an angle intercepts a diameter, then it is a blank angle. Now, I kind of want you to think about it for a moment. So how much of the circle, of the arc, would be made by the diameter? Now, if the formula is half that, what is the measure of the angle? So the angle would actually be a right angle, and it's 90 degrees. This only happens when it's a diameter, okay? If I can take the angle, and the endpoints are on the diameter, just like I'm doing now, that means this is a right angle, okay? If two inscribed angles intercept the same arc, then the angles are congruent, okay? So if sorry about this, I don't really want this to be on right now. I do, but this just keeps getting in the way. So if I take it's just gonna keep getting in the way. All right, so we'll move over. So if two inscribed angles intercept the same arc, the angles are congruent. So that means the measure of ABD will be equal to the measure of ACD because they keep intercepting the same arc. And the arc that they intercept, that they have the same, is arc AD. Okay, so we're going to go through some practice problems together. Okay. So number 1. So now remember, the most important thing is the angle is 1/2 the arc. Okay. So now you have to understand which one is the arc and which one is the angle. So 62 degrees is referring to the arc. Okay, so x equals 1/2 times 62. So 1/2 of 62 is 31 degrees. Okay, you just have to remember which one is which. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, what do you have to remember was the most important thing? Well, the angle is 1/2 the arc. So in this case, 47 is which? So 47 is 1/2 the arc. Now how do I move the 1/2 to the other side?